A Napa guy knows not to judge a man by his car's multicolored paint job or absence of modern gadgetry. Who cares if it's technically old enough to vote and the windows are powered by the strength of your left arm? Your monthly payment is zero, and it'll stay that way. Because with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, you can keep anything on the road. She may not be pretty, but she's all yours. That's Napa know-how.
Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good evening, folks. And thank you for tuning in with me once again to another edition of True Conservative Radio. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I can see we have a bunch of people already sitting back listening to the live program, and I want to thank you for your patronage. If you hear a little twang in my voice, it's because I am once again suffering from this ailment of a torn voice box, according to the doctor. That's what he has diagnosed it as, and this was diagnosed several weeks back, that I have torn my voice box thanks to this radio broadcast that I conduct here on the Blog Talk Radio Network. But let me tell you something, folks, that is not going to stop me from coming up here and conducting true conservative commentary. All right, as a matter of fact, I am going to continue and make it more habitual. I'm going to make it more frequent of me coming up on here. Like I said, folks, if it sounds like I'm going to lose my voice, it's probably because I am, but I'm going to continue on. The show must go on because America is at a pivotal point here in American history, and we can no longer sit back and wonder what in the blue hell is going to happen. Of course, folks, if you want to chime in on any of the subject matters, please go ahead and call in at 646-652-4869 is the number to call. And before I get into everything, I want to let everybody know to please add to your favorites or bookmark my True Conservative website, or the official True Conservative website at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And now that we got all that garbage out of the way, folks, I want to go ahead and enter the program into the first subject matter that is in the description of this show, and I want to talk about the police. That's right, folks. I'm talking about the coppers out there, because I think that this is a subject matter that hits everyone who is an American citizen or an international citizen. There's definitely some arm of authority out here that is considered the equivalent of a beat cop, or somebody who goes and patrols the streets and who is supposedly supposed to be serving and protecting the public. Well, folks, I'm sure you excuse me, folks. I'm sure you have become aware of the unfortunate incident that happened to the Houston, Texans running back, who was trying to get to the hospital before his mother was about to pass away, and unfortunately, some blowhard, some idiot who obviously, had a stick up his you-know-what, decided to take authority into his own hands and not allow this particular individual, who's the Houston Texans running back, to go into the hospital. They were actually in front of the hospital. I don't want to describe the whole situation. It's been all over the boob tube. The stupid idiot officer involved in this ridiculous ordeal got on the damn boob tube, and he didn't seem too compassionate as far as I'm concerned. In my personal opinion, he seemed to me more bothered by the situation that he got caught up abusing his ridiculous petty authority. But folks, just watching that unfortunate situation, just watching that live on the dash cam on the officer's car, it's just horrifying. It's just horrifying that, that could be you, folks. I mean, if you're a citizen who has never broken the law, and that's me, folks, I have never broken the law whatsoever. I've gotten a few tickets, unfortunately, but you're damn right sure that I fought those things out of principle, because let me tell you, the majority of the time that I've got these tickets, it was because in my opinion, when they ran my little information, they realized that I was clean. You know, I was cleaner than a damn nun, if you know what I'm talking about. And because of the fact that I was a law-abiding citizen and didn't have a record, they were trying to do whatever it took. You know, they were scoping around, asking, oh, can we search your car? Can we do this? Can we do that? They were searching around for something to bust me on. You know, it seems like whenever you want to, or whenever you approach an officer in a manner of whether it's a ticket or confronting somebody on the street in a disturbance of some manner, whenever you tell a cop that you have no record and they run your information and they realize that you don't, they begin salivating. You know, it's like a fat lard ass to an artery clogging double cheeseburger. They begin salivating. It's like they actually, you know, get a hard on. With all due respect, I mean, it's just really ridiculous now. Now, I know that not all officers fit in this type of category, folks, and I hate to encapsulate and generalize a whole group of law enforcement into one sect of cliche, if you will. But, folks, a group is defined by its majority. And as you can see nowadays, in my view, and folks, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm an old man. I'm witnessing it firsthand. I do a lot of traveling around Texas. I got to travel through a lot of counties out of here. I travel in my truck. I have a variety of different business ventures throughout the state, and I have to go around the state. That's just all there is to it. And, you know, I come in contact with a lot of law enforcement, come in contact with a lot of DPS, a lot of sheriffs, a lot of you know, PDs. And, folks, with all due respect, I mean, you know, I haven't seen a law enforcement officer treat me like I was some type of a human being in a long time. I mean, you know, they're treating American citizens like they're a threat. Now, look, in my personal opinion, now the reason I'm getting into this, folks, is because, frankly, I've had some bad run-ins with the law here. I have never been arrested once in my entire life. But, you know, to be sat here, and folks, I'm a true patriot, okay? I've never collected an entitlement in my entire life. I never wanted anything from the government. Frankly, I wanted the government to leave me the hell alone. But you see, you've got more and more government coming in, and that means the police are going to have more and more authority to come into your house and, you know, ask for your papers. And, I mean, it's beginning to seem a lot like Stalinism, if you want my personal opinion. But with all due respect, what we need here, all right, is we need a critical social analysis of what the cops are in modern-day America. And, folks, if you want to get a whiff of what I'm talking about, you go to YouTube or your nearest video portal site and go look up police brutality in the search engine there. Just take a look at all the videos that are out here of blatant police brutality. It'll make you sick to your stomach. I mean, are you in America? I mean, that's what it'll make you or ask yourself. I mean, the amount of police brutality, the amount of abuse of authority that's happening out here, it's just unbelievable, folks, and that's why we're talking about it this evening here, because I think it's important. I saw what happened to Moats, who was the running back of the Houston Texans. I thought it was grotesque. I thought it was horrible. I could just only imagine if I was in that situation, or I had a loved one, or I had to get somewhere, you know, really fast, and it was a matter of life and death, and here you got some stupid, you know, ridiculous, blowhard, big-headed, using his abuse of authority copper over here trying to prevent you from doing something of that nature. I thought it was ridiculous. I thought it was disgusting. Now, folks, in my personal opinion, I think that the police department in this modern day and age, and I don't know if you've taken any observation of the demographic that's typically wearing the modern-day uniform nowadays, and I'm talking about beat cops. I'm not talking about the detectives. I'm not talking about the people that actually do crime fight. And I'm talking about these damn street, you know, traffic duty-ass clowns these beat cops that are supposed to be serving and protecting the American public. I'm talking about those idiots, so let's get that straight, all right? But if you take a good look at that demographic, and you come to only one conclusion. In my opinion, I think the police profession has become the profession for people with midget-like Napoleon complexes and or little schlonghead syndrome. And no offense to my law enforcement brethren, okay? I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I mean, you take a observation of all the damn, law enforcement officers out here on the beat. They're about 5'2", maybe $110 nowadays, and they're starting to take their authority a little bit too serious on regular, everyday American citizens. Now, look, be frank with you, I really don't give a crap what you do with the scum of America. I don't care what you do with the criminals. I don't care what you do with the damn pedophiles. All right, I really don't care. But here you are, police today want to billy club your cranium and stick a damn taser in your ass just for asking them a simple question about a damn traffic ticket or a traffic stop, for heaven's sake. And we've come to learn to accept this type of malarkey. I think it's ridiculous. It needs to be stopped. All right? Remember, the cops are meant to serve and protect the public, and yet they're not doing that. In my view, they're not doing that. They're not out there to serve and protect. They're out there to tax collect. All right? That's what they're out there to do. They're out there to tax collect from your ass. You notice how, they just try to sniff out a ticket if you happen to have some sort of a run-in with some copper by some unfortunate incident. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. These coppers are looking to sniff out a ticket, whether it's jaywalking, whether it's some traffic ridiculous ordeal, whether it's, spitting on the floor in some states, some counties. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Cursing. I heard a damn a jury trial go to trial in some ridiculous local jurisdiction somewhere about cursing, about saying four-letter words, for heaven's sake. They threw the idiot in jail for a night for saying an F-U or something. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to sit here and embrace vulgarity of that distinct manner, but with all due respect, folks, this is America. Remember, America. And I just want to get back to these cops. I mean, they should be fighting crime, for heaven's sake. Don't you understand that? They should be fighting crime. Police fighting crime is like stories of Rock Hudson trying to fight off Cabana Boys. All right? It may have happened, but hey, the proof ain't there, pal. All right? The proof ain't there. And as you can take a look at the statistical data out here, you take a look at all the video evidence out here of police brutality that's blatant out here on the internet. I mean, one can only conclude that, police out here are not crime fighting. I'd much prefer the police go out here and catch the pedophiles and catch the murderers and catch the sick, sadistic scum of the earth and put them in jail and leave them there. But instead, they're out here worrying about trivial nonsense. And it makes me sick, folks. And if you happen to be law enforcement, I'm sorry if you're taking offense to this. If you happen to be married to law enforcement, I'm sorry you're taking offense to this too. I mean, but folks, I'm sorry. Look, I hate to hear a police officer give the whole. Well, I hate for them to give this line. This is the line they give every time. You don't know what it's like to be a cop. You don't know what it's like to be a cop. Of course I don't know what it's like to be a cop, but let me tell you something, sir. That's one of the most secure jobs in this day and age, given the fact that we've got so much unemployment, economic depression looming within the next 6 months. I mean, there's going to be some serious disorder in the streets, and I'm not talking about anything sensational. I'm not trying to blow things out of proportion, but, you cops have a lot of leverage. You can be jerkasses to us just because you're having a bad day, and there's nothing that an American citizen can do about it. I mean, a cop can literally take you to jail for any reason. Just because they're having a bad day, you happen to run into a cop because, he just, finished beating his last, suspect. I mean, you don't know. You don't know what the hell you're getting into, folks, and that's why I'm saying the police don't serve and protect, they tax collect. That's why they're more worried about giving you a damn ticket. That's why they're more worried about issuing out citations than they are worried about getting pedophiles off the street, than they are getting murderers off the street, than they are worried about getting burglars off the street. That's what should be the focal point of these damn coppers out here. When somebody calls up and says, hey, I got a burglar at my house, these idiots aren't there but like 10 minutes later, after everybody's already, if there was a shootout, if the idiots got away with the loot, no matter what happens, it seems to me that any time that there is a crime where there needs to be a cop within the vicinity, or at least in the area within the next minute or two, they never get there. You notice that? But try to, pass a stop sign at about 12 midnight in the middle of a damn residential area. These idiots will come out from behind a bush to sit here and write your ass a citation. How convenient. Welcome to the new America. And it's even going to get worse, folks. It's even going to get worse because you notice all this spending that we're doing. Well, there's going to have to be a lot of taxes being paid on all this ridiculous malarkey. All right, there's going to be a lot of taxes. And how are they going to generate this revenue? Well, by God, they are going to generate this revenue by providing all these laws. They're going to provide laws for smoking. They're going to provide laws for this and that. And you got these idiot, half-witted cops that are out here already abusing their authority. They're going to go out there and have carte blanche to do it even more. And I think it's disgusting. There's something un-American about it, and that's why I'm bringing it up for discussion here on True Conservative Radio. Look, folks, I'm not against law enforcement, all right? I'm a law-abiding citizen. I have never, ever broken a law, ever in my life. I live the true conservative lifestyle my whole life. I feel like I've been betrayed, for heaven's sake, in this modern day and age. Let me tell you, it's going to get worse, folks. You think it's getting bad now, it's going to get worse. You're going to see a lot more people being laid off. You're going to see, things, hitting the fan. Because, folks, like I've said, in every single program, we are a service industry-based economy, which means we don't manufacture a freaking thing, all right? Hello, McFly. Hello, wake up. We don't manufacture anything anymore, folks. So as a result, all these service industry jobs are going to continue to deplete. They're going to continue to go down, all right? I mean, it was ridiculous. All right? And the bottom line is if you want true protection in America, if you want true protection in this day and age, then by God, you need to invest in real estate right next door to a Dunkin' Donuts. All right? I mean, that's all I'm saying. If you want true protection in modern-day America, I'm telling you right now, I'm willing to bet money within the next 6 months to the next 3 years, real estate next to Dunkin' Donuts are going to go up the roof, all right? Up the freaking roof. So invest your money next to real estate property next to Dunkin' Donuts, because that's when you'll get real protection. That's when you'll get the cops actually worrying about what in the blue hell is happening to you. Because until then, they'll be worried more about giving your ass a citation or a ticket than actually crime fighting, than actually taking away the filth, the scum, the actual depraved society. They don't want to take those idiots off the street. No, they're more worried about all this ridiculous nonsense. That's right. They're more worried about how they look in their uniform with their matching nut-hugging leggings than they are worrying about helping you in a time of need, all right? They're more worried about, using their latest taser gun on you because, you're just not, listening to them in a more subservient fashion. Then they're just going to go out there and tase you. I mean, this is the type of authority that the police have out here, and I think it's disgusting. And once again, if you analyze, I'm talking about the beat cops, folks. I'm not talking about the detectives. I'm not talking about the upper echelon of the law enforcement. I mean, those folks are actually solving crimes. They got to use their heads. They got to actually, compile proof to convict somebody. I mean, this is what's unfortunate. But you see, these beat cops, once they realize that you don't have any blemish on your record, once they run your name and they realize that you're clean, you don't have any kind of priors, you don't have any warrants or anything of that nature, they start treating you like you're a damn criminal. They start asking if they can, search your car, search you, search this, search that. And folks, I don't have anything to hide, but by God, I'm an American. All right, I know the Constitution. That is not right. And you see, folks, nowadays, if they pull me over and they ask to search my car, even though I don't have anything to hide, I'm not carrying anything, I'm not some sort of narcotics pusher or anything of that nature. But, folks, I will not comply to a search of my vehicle. And let me tell you why. I will say, look, I don't consent to any searches. And once they realize that you're a little apprehensive to searches, they're going to say, well, why are you apprehensive to a search, boy? You got something to hide and all this other nonsense. Say, hey, I don't have nothing to hide, but go ahead and bring your little stupid dog, all right? Go out there and bring your little stupid dog. You'll sniff around my car, and you're not going to have any probable cause to enter. And even if you do get probable cause, you're not going to find a damn thing. And by the time you do all this ridiculous nonsense, by the time you do all this ridiculous investigation to realize that I'm a real law-abiding citizen, then that will give me probable cause to take you to court, civil court, and put a damn complaint in on your ass. And believe me, folks, put complaints in on these officers. I urge you to, please, all right? Put a complaint on them because it will hurt them for the rest of their life. That is the difference of them actually moving up in the hierarchy, having these ass clowns actually in authority, or as opposed to having them there on the beat or in some desk job somewhere pushing the pen, something like that. Anyway, folks, I'm not trying to bash law enforcement, and I know that there's going to be critics out there that are going to be saying that. They're going to say, oh, my God, I can't believe he's bashing law enforcement like that. I could just imagine those New York cops, given the fact that I just came back from New York this past weekend. I just imagine those ass clowns, listening to this program saying, hey, this asshole over here is talking all this garbage about, New York cops or whatever. I'm talking about shove a cannoli up his ass, eh? I mean, yeah, it's just sick, folks. Anyway, 646-652-4869. You're listening to True Conservative Radio. We're going to go ahead and take a couple of callers here, and unfortunately, I'm looking at the switchboard here, and I'm seeing a couple of numbers that, unfortunately, in past shows have come to be known as liberal agitators. And I might as well go ahead. Hey, hello, 647? 647, you there? 647, you're on the air. Stop playing with your pecker shaft. Get them off the air here. You see, folks, if you're going to call up here and provide some discourse, provide some subject, some substance to the subject matter being discussed at hand here this evening. This is very important because I don't know about you folks, but I don't want to be treated like I've committed a crime, even though I'm a law-abiding citizen. All right, that should give me carte blanche over the scum and the filth of the earth, the people that have actually conducted themselves in crime and actually have put themselves in the county jail or in their local jails of some sort. But no, like I said, the police officers nowadays, they just treat everybody like trash. It's horrific, folks. It's horrific, and I don't feel sorry for cops. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for you law enforcement officers. You sit here and you piss and moan. You don't know what it's like to be a cop. You can piss and moan all you want to. You get to walk around with a billy club. You can billy club anybody over the head that mouths off to you the wrong way. All right? I mean, you could shoot somebody and put a comb in his hand and claim that, he was pulling out a damn 9 Glock millimeter out of his pocket. I mean, this is the kind of authority that you idiots have. And you want me to feel sorry for that? I mean, you want me to feel sorry for that? I mean, you're abusing it, son. You're abusing it, law enforcement. If you weren't abusing it, I wouldn't be sitting here saying this crap. But, folks, the evidence is there. It's the police brutality, the documented evidence is finally there. It's coming to light, and it's really disgusting, folks. And I'm telling you, please, go to the nearest video search engine that you know and look up police brutality and be shocked. Be absolutely disgusted and shocked to see the amount of police brutality that is just completely open out here, that is just completely rampant, abundant. It's just horrific, folks. And I know that these coppers out here, these beat cops, are going to say, oh, well, you can't define us all that way because a couple of us billy clubbed a couple of innocent people. Look, let me tell you something. For the law enforcement that are sitting here trying to make that argument that they can't be encapsulated with all these other rogue cops out here, hey, why don't you do some law enforcement amongst your own, huh? Why don't you try to keep your own in line? Keep some integrity within your own department, all right? If you know this idiot is a loose cannon, if you know this idiot is not following protocol or proper procedure, well, why don't you lay the foot down or the authority down, take care of your own, so to speak? I mean, this is what I'm saying about law enforcement, folks. I don't feel sorry for these guys. I don't. I mean, they're real quick to abuse their authority whenever you have an unfortunate run-in with these people. And I'm not talking about anything that has to do with it being your fault. I mean, you could be, on your way to work, or you could be on your way to a job. You could be on your way to your mammy's house. And lo and behold, you could run a stop sign. You could, do something of that nature. And this idiot could literally just stop you out of no reason, and because he's having a bad day, because he found out that his wife is getting the high hard one from the pizza boy or something of that nature, he's going to take that same rage, that same vengeance, those same emotions out on you. That's right, folks. And I don't care what these coppers say. Oh, we don't do that. We don't do that. Yeah, right. All right. Yeah, right. Anyway, folks, I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. I want to know what you feel about all the coppers out here that are, just doing nothing but abusing their authority, not serving and protecting, but tax collecting. I want to hear from you. 1111, you're on the air. Hello? 111, you're on the air. Oh, so here's the eater. We got this moron who calls up and eats on the phone. That's great. That's great. That's a great talent you have there, you fat jelly ass. You're the poster child of the average, everyday American public. Some fat jelly ass who is too busy shoveling food down his gullet like a damn garbage disposal than actually worrying about talking about subject matters that affect you and I. That's great. No wonder our damn America is being flushed down the toilet. No wonder we are converting ourselves into a quasi-socialist communist hellhole. And it's just really unfortunate that, people actually think that it's somehow cute or somehow funny and they somehow get their nards off in some fashion by calling up and eating on the telephone on the True Conservative Radio Show. I think it's disgusting. I think it's sick, but this is the future of America, folks. And if you think that America has any type of a positive future, given the fact that we have these pieces of crap that are calling up on this program, not providing any substance, but other than agitation, well, by God, I feel sorry for my children, my grandchildren, my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren, folks, because it's a recipe for disaster. And if you think it's funny, if you think it's some obnoxious, bad episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, well, snap your idiot ass back into reality and realize that this is real life, that this is real America, that this is the real future. And for you to sit there and not do anything about it is just completely negligent. It's like throwing your babies into a wood chipper. That's what I've said before, and I'm going to continue to say it. Anyway, folks, I'm going to continue on this topic for a couple of more minutes. I'm talking about policemen. I'm talking about how, they are just completely abusive in their authority. And I'm talking about the beat cop, of course. I'm not talking about the detective that actually has to accumulate evidence to finally make an arrest. I'm talking about these idiots that have the authority to bludgeon you over the head because you're questioning them about a simple traffic stop, and then they blame it on you and try to hit you up with assault with an officer or something of that nature. That's what I'm talking about out here. I want to hear from you, all right? I mean, because this is a subject matter that affects us all, folks. Law-abiding citizens like myself who have never broken a law in their life, and everybody else in this United States of ours. All right? We cannot allow the police officers of America to believe that they could just start treating American citizens like this. And if you happen to be law enforcement and you're listening to this, you can't do it, you piece of crap. And stop doing it. Stop doing it, you filthy piece of abusive garbage. 646-652-4869. We got another caller from the 111 area code. You're on the air.
Yeah, am I on the air?
Yeah, you're on the air.
Yeah, I'm a cop, and I don't appreciate what you're saying.
You're a cop?
Yeah, I'm a cop.
Oh, well, great. What do you want, a cookie now?
No, I just would like to talk to you. Maybe you give me 2 minutes, So
go ahead. Go ahead and talk to me. What do you want me to... let's hear your side of the persuasion here.
Well, sir, you're not making any sense, for one thing. I don't know where you live. You sound like you're maybe from Texas.
Yeah, you're damn right I'm from Texas.
And I'm a cop in Texas, okay?
Yeah, well, that sucks. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a cop in Texas. And you know what I do? I find the niggers and I shoot them.
Oh, give me a break. Can you get this idiot off? Get him off! Do you see what I'm saying, folks? This is the type of malarkey that you're getting here on the True Conservative Radio program from the liberal perspective, folks. They're out here trying to make racial slurs. They're trying to take me off the air and do this type of nonsense in agitation, because that's all the liberals do. That's what they're good for, folks. They don't provide substance to the subject matter. They want to take your guns away, and we're going to get to that there later on in the program. We're going to take that. We're going to get deep into the subject matter of the Second Amendment. But, folks, this is the liberal perspective. This is what you're getting. Every call that I have taken has been nothing but liberals sitting here trying to get their little rocks off by playing little pranks and thinking that somehow that's going to win brownie points with the cyber women that are listening to their obnoxious garbage over the Internet. All right, I mean, it's not going to happen, all right, there. I mean, you're not going to get yourself a little cyber finger-banging session by calling up the True Conservative Radio program and, playing some third-grade prank. It's not going to happen, you piece of trash. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call. Hopefully some of these callers that I'm going to take here, hopefully there'll be some substance on the debating table up here, because this is a serious subject matter. We're talking about policemen who abuse their authority. We're talking about how law enforcement in America today no longer serves and protects, it tax collects. And they're more willing to, pull out and give you a ticket or a citation than they are worrying about getting these damn pedophiles and these damn murderers and these damn burglars and these robbers off the street, and I think it's disgusting, and I think us as an American citizen, and I'm talking about a law-abiding American citizen, all right? Law-abiding American citizen. If you're one of these pieces of trash that, you know, are out here committing crimes, you know, by God, you know, you deserve to be thrown in prison. You deserve to be thrown in jail, for heaven's sake. You know, I mean, you know, that's all there is to it. I mean, I don't like criminals, all right? I don't like criminals whatsoever. If you're out here, you know, committing robberies, breaking into people's homes or something of that nature, you know, by God, you belong in prison. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869 is the number to call. We're going to take another caller here, 647 area code. You're on the air. Hello, 647 area code. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
All right, what do you have to say this evening?
Yeah, conviction. Corruption is everywhere. It's in the old government system. It's in the old schools. You know what? You can't stop corruption. Corruption is everything that you can't see. So, you know, I'm telling you, we're all doomed. Who's going to be the cops of the cops?
Well, that's what I've been saying. That's what we're discussing here in the program. I mean, you know, they have the authority. They have the authority just to come in and billy club you over the head, you know, because you mouthed off, you know, a little bit because they pulled you over for some obnoxious citation or some ticket or some crap.
Word. Tell them to go read the Bible.
Go read the Bible.
We don't need cops, judges, and you know, FBI and all this business. We don't need any of these hotshots in their uniforms. They are.
You know, hey, this is the Canadian caller that calls in, right? Are you actually trying to provide substance on this subject matter?
Well, the lawless world.
I mean, what do they do in Canada?
Others, you're gonna get it.
Well, what do they do in Canada up there? That's right, you got Mounties up there, right? I'm the Mountie, and we worship old one-ball Tom Green.
You know what? Maybe if you actually had a... Did you just find out that Canada was attached to the same piece of land that you stand on?
I think it's disgusting, frankly. I mean, I think the Canadians, you know, should be, you know, kissing the ground that they walk on and thanking, and thanking America that they're even in existence, that they're even recognized by the international community.
You know what? We're always in there first. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, you know what?
To save the day.
You saved the day. The French saved the day, you moron. All right? You're a Canadian piece of garbage, all right? You know, Canada is a hodgepodge of, you know, French and British and Irish and Nordic and Eskimo and, you know, all kinds of other things thrown in there. So don't sit here and try to take credit for America's perseverance amidst the monarch turbulence of the time there. You stupid, milky-licking Canadian Celine Dion worshiping Gloria Shatner. What?
Had like a special life. Let's pray.
What?
I said let's pray.
What are you going to pray for? What that Canada comes out of its socialism? What are you praying for?
That you, I don't know, find your something that's not grumpy.
What are you talking about, not grumpy? I'm sick and tired of this country being flushed out. I mean, people are not acknowledging the problems here. And you see, we got some liberal Canadian. Hey, shut your mouth for a second and let me speak. All right? We got idiot Canadians like you who are calling up and trying to disenchant the program into some sort of ridiculous notion than actually focusing on the subject matter at hand. Now, look, I'm going to shut your mouth, all right? Just shut your stupid mouth. All right? Now, look, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to provide some substance on the debating table. If you don't provide any substance, you Canadian bacon piece of crap, I'm going to go tell you, shut your mouth. I am going to go tell you to hump a dead moose. I'm going to go tell you to hump a dead moose and get the hell on with yourself. Now, I'm going to provide the next 10 seconds. The next 10 seconds... You better provide some substance. Now go ahead and spit it out of your hole there, you Canadian bacon butt lover. Hello?
Oh, I thought you were going to hang up on me.
I'm waiting for you to say whatever the hell you're going to say. Say something with substance there, you Mountie-loving piece of William Shatner rug-loving piece of garbage.
I'm a Jew.
What?
Canadian bacon. Have you ever had it? It's good.
Can you just get to the point, please? I mean, can you provide some sort of substance for your stupid Canadian land or your liberal perspective or whatever in the hell you're trying to say here?
I'll eat turkey bacon.
Get this stupid bimbo off the line, please. Get her off! I mean, you see, folks, this is what I'm talking about right here, all right? This is what I'm talking about, liberal agitation. And what's unfortunate, it's not even liberal agitation from America. It's liberal agitation from across the border in Canada. That's right, we got these moose-humping, Canadian bacon pieces of Celine Dion-worshipping, icicle-eating crap that are out here trying to have an opinion about American politics, American social life, or the pop culture of America. I think it's disgusting. Are you kidding me? Now, anyway, I mean, we were talking about police brutality, and we were trying to have a serious discussion on that subject matter, but unfortunately we've gotten off keister. And the reason we've gotten off keister is because, of course, here we are once again. These damn liberals and these feminists are calling up, implementing methods of agitation on the True Conservative radio program, but I will not fall. I will not falter, and I will continue on. I will persevere. I will not go quietly in that good night. And for all you damn liberal, long-haired, bedwetting pieces of garbage that are sitting here trying to silence me, that are sitting here trying to deviate my audience thought process from the subject matter at hand, you are failing miserably. Your methods that you have learned from Karl Marx are useless. They are impotent when it comes to someone like myself who provides conservative commentary, who provides commentary on the Constitution, who provides commentary on American patriotism. You are impotent. You are useless. And that's why you've got these liberals and these feminists bowing down, all right? That's why they're bowing down. That's why they're throwing all these methods of agitation in these phone calls. That's why they're throwing the methods of agitation in the chat room. This is all they have left. They can't justify the garbage that's happening nowadays. Who can, for heaven's sake? Who can? I mean, could you, if you were a crony to these damn liberal long hairs out here, could you look at yourself in the mirror justifying all this garbage out here? You couldn't do it. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869. We're still kind of talking about police brutality out here. We're talking about how, you know, police brutality has become the profession for midget-like Napoleon complex cases and little schlonghead syndrome. Once again, I don't want to, you know, the law enforcement to crawl up my butt crack about that, so take about 10 steps away from my butt crack when you're, you know, taking offense to the commentary that I'm providing about this subject matter. But, folks, this is something that needs to be discussed. This is still America. We still have rights. We still have the Constitution. And I think that we've got these average, everyday beat cops abusing their authority on American citizens. And I'm talking about American citizens that are law-abiding. And I want your opinion on it, all right? 646-652-4869. 1111, you're on the air, all right?
Oh?
Yeah, you're on the air. What's going on there?
Is it true you have a relationship with Moss Super Freaks?
Get this idiot off the microphone. Get him off, all right? I mean, but you see, folks, once again, I'm trying to, you know, take callers here. I'm trying to, you know, provide the forum for all these liberal longhairs who are sipping the Kool-Aid on all this ridiculous nonsense. I'm trying to provide them the forum to actually provide some sort of discourse, you know, with me and my particular political persuasion, but they can't do it. And they're just going to continue to prank call, and they're going to try to win brownie points with the cyber women that they met on the internet in some ridiculous chat room. And they probably said in their little private message, hey, look, you want to see me prank call a conservative talk show host? Oh, my God, it'll be so cool. And, you know, he does it, and he dedicates it to this cyber bimbo, and he thinks that somehow is going to lead him to a phone-banging session with Miss Annie Mae Rottencrotch at some point. It's not going to happen, all right? It's not going to happen. So all you damn liberals and you feminists and all you idiots that are out here, you know, trying to get your rocks off, trying to tickle your ass cracks, and thinking it's, you know, such a funny contribution to humor enlightenment by calling up here and acting like a complete jackass. It's not, all right? And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about issues that affect American citizens. Now, it seems more than obvious that nobody wants to touch the issue of the law enforcement and police brutality. So we're going to move on from that because I can see that everybody's a little too, you know, scared, you know. They got their panties in a bunch, and they don't want to talk about it because, oh, I don't want to offend any law enforcement. I've got warrants because I didn't pay my parking tickets. So, but before I move on to a different subject matter, folks, all right, I want to reemphasize that this is America, all right, and what people need to do is they need to read the Constitution and understand that they have rights, and there is no reason for these beat cops, you know, these billy club wielding, you know, ass clowns that are ready to, you know, splat your cranium like a damn egg if you happen to just ask them a question about the citation or ticket that they're giving you. They don't have the authority to treat you like a piece of trash. And if you're a criminal, well, I'm not talking to you. If you're an ex-con or something, well, tough titty, you shouldn't have been committing crime, you piece of garbage. But if you're one of these law-abiding citizens who abided by the law, who never broken a law in their life, who takes care of their family, who pays their taxes, there is no reason whatsoever for a law enforcement officer to treat you like you just got out of the damn pen after a 10-year stint. There is no reason for that. And don't allow it to happen, all right? And like I said, folks, if you want to make some serious money in the near future in real estate, I would definitely look into real estate next to Dunkin' Donuts because that's going to be the most protected area in the country if you're worried about burglaries or terrorism or anything of that nature. So real estate next to Dunkin' Donuts. Anyway, folks, before I move on to the next subject matter, I want to let everybody know, please bookmark or add to your favorites the webpage, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And once again, if you really like the show, if you want to support the show, please patronize the sponsors. Whoever sponsors True Conservative Radio, and yours truly, is definitely a true patriot. They definitely have cojones. They definitely have long ones. Because, you know, this show is controversial. I have been I've been taken off the air several times. You know, you got all these different groups, from women's groups to liberal groups, gay groups, all kinds of people writing in Blog Talk Radio Network trying to take yours truly off the air, but they can't do it. And amidst all that turbulence, amidst all that controversy, there's still a bunch of sponsors that want to sponsor the True Conservative Radio, and I want to thank them for that. So please patronize, you know, the sponsors because they're true patriots, and it's a small price to appreciate this show, folks, because this show's free. It's always going to be free, and that's all there is to it, all right? I'm not like all these media whores out here that are trying to put their faces everywhere, that want to be talked about on MSNBC. They want to be analysts or commentators for these stupid CNN and all these other networks out here. Look, folks, I don't have my face out here. I don't have my name out here because I could care less, all right? I'm just worried that you are getting some sort of information on the commentary that's being conveyed on this program, okay? I'm not like these, morons on BTR that are putting their faces everywhere trying to be the next internet superstar, okay, folks? I just hope that the information and the commentary that I convey on this program hopefully sparks a couple of synapses and inspires you to finally get up and get out and participate in this government. Now, folks, the second subject matter I want to get into today is the prospect here in Texas for the ability for college students and college faculty to carry handguns, concealed handguns. Now, there is somewhat debate on the floor on this here in the Texas State Legislature. And the reason I bring it up here for debate is because I think that what's happened here in Texas, a lot of the things that have happened here in Texas should happen all across the United States of America. But it takes individuals like yourself to participate in this government to, initiate this type of legislation to happen. Now, the bill that's being pushed forth here in the Texas legislature is going to allow anybody who is in the college campus vicinity, and that is including, of course, faculty, and I believe it also includes students, if I'm not mistaken, to go ahead and allow them to legally carry a concealed handgun. And it is, of course, for people that are permitted, that already have a permit to carry a concealed handgun. First and foremost, folks, I think this is a great idea, all right? I think the more guns that are out in America, the better, all right? And frankly, folks, if you're not practicing your Second Amendment, it's like sacrificing your innocent children to Satan. I mean, it's literally that serious, folks, all right? If you're not practicing your Second Amendment right, you're literally sacrificing your innocent children to Lucifer himself. And you should be ashamed of yourself, all right, folks? I mean, that is a serious right, a constitutionally protected right. And if you're just going to sit there and say, oh, no, I don't need a gun, I'm just going to sit here and fight off burglars with my penknife. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight off burglars with my penknife. I mean, give me a damn break. All right? And, of course, folks, you got a whole bunch of college liberal long hairs out here, Oh, yeah, you got college kids that are protesting out here. They're just a bunch of Kool-Aid drinking idiots that believe, and they actually do believe, they can talk their way out of a deadly situation, I mean, that may work in your anal-probing sex lives, but that doesn't work in real life, all right? I mean, frankly, not packing a gun, all right, is like having anal sex with Greg Louganis, all right? At some point, it's going to put you in a hopeless, deadly situation. I mean, let's be frank about it. I mean, no offense to Mr. Louganis, of course, but this is what I'm talking about, folks. I mean, I'm just emphasizing the seriousness of the subject matter here. The seriousness of the subject matter is that the Second Amendment should be taken seriously by all law-abiding citizens here in America. All right? I mean, it needs to be taken seriously serious. And there's not enough people doing it. I mean, frankly, you've got this liberal and feminist education system that has hypnotized your children in believing that it's okay that the government go ahead and round up all the damn guns themselves. Yeah, I mean, they actually have them believing this. Now, I want to hear from you. Hopefully this will get some callers that will actually discuss the subject matter. 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Here we go. 615 area code. You are on the air.
Yeah, there's this fat guy I know named Joey is Randy. He sucks.
What?
Fat guy named Joey is Randy.
Well, first of all, I can barely hear you. It sounds like you're trying to hide the phone call, like you're in the crapper, trying to hide the phone from your mammy. Is it past your bedtime?
No, it's not. That guy named Joey is Randy.
I mean, I don't understand. Why don't you yell a little bit? Why don't you scream a little bit? Is it past your bedtime? Is your wife going to, crack the whip on your ass if she finds you, on the phone late at night?
No, that guy.
Get this idiot off the damn air here. I mean, give me a break, all right? Can we please have a serious discussion here and not have these liberal long hairs try to deviate the subject matter of the program? All right? We're talking about packing heat here. We're talking about packing guns, all right? It's a serious subject matter. Practicing your Second Amendment right is serious, all right? All right? I mean, it's a serious situation. And I want to hear, people's perspective on it. 646-652-4869. We got the 973 area code on the air.
Hey, Ghost.
How's it going?
Hey, Ghost, what's going on? I wanted to call in, and I want to co-sign with you with this law enforcement stuff. They're not serving us. They're not serving us. And yet they want to make government so much more bigger, Ghost, by they're hiring more FBI for what? They want to hire more patrol boarders for what?
Have you seen the CIA and the FBI recruiting videos on YouTube?
Oh, man, Ghost. And listen to this, Ghost. Today I read in a newspaper in New Jersey, they want to make the in-state tuition apply to undocumented students. Now, what do you think about that, Ghost?
Well, once again, it just goes to show, and it underscores that American citizens have less rights than actual illegal immigrants. All right?
But you know what makes me so upset, Ghost? Because what are the American citizens doing about it?
They're not doing a damn thing, and that's what pisses me off. That's why I'm up here screaming, damn near dropping dead of a damn coronary, because the American people are just sitting there.
And Ghost, and the thing is, in one breath they're complaining, they're coming here, they're getting this, but they're not getting up. This is why I pass your show. I pass the show to everyone I know so they can hear this, because it's unbelievable. And they're not going to be satisfied, Ghost, until we're all locked up.
And you know what? You are exactly right, sir, and I really appreciate your call. We really appreciate those types of positive words of encouragement, because that caller is right. I mean, sooner or later, American citizens, and I'm talking about citizens who have ancestry into the history of this country, they're going to be the minority, because we're allowing all these illegal immigrants to come into this country and set up shop. All right? We're allowing these people to not only set up shop and take away jobs from Americans, not only work below minimum wage, but they are collecting the same entitlements as regular, everyday American losers. That's right, folks. These people are collecting entitlements on the American taxpayer's dime, and they don't pay any taxes. Welcome to the new socialist America, folks. And it makes me sick to my stomach, just like the last caller suggested. Nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's getting up in arms about it. Nobody is saying anything about it. Nobody's blogging about it. Nobody's chatting about it. And to the last caller, I really appreciate you passing out the show link. Of course, once again, folks, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Please spread it like wildfire, because we talk about subject matters that need to be talked about. I'm an American patriot, and I will not go quietly into that good night, folks. I'm a conservative, damn it! I'm a conservative! And I'm not going to sit by and watch my country being flushed down the proverbial liberal and feminist toilet just because liberalism and feminism has infested the minds of America. I'm not going to do it, folks. I'm not going to do it. Are you? Are you going to continue to allow this to happen? Huh? Are you going to continue to allow America to be flushed down the toilet once again? I don't know. Like I said, sometimes I just get so jaded. Sometimes I feel it's not even worth, trying to get up on here and letting Americans know that you need to believe in your country. You need to believe in the Constitution. Instead of sitting here wallowing in your own decadence, in your own materialism, in your own credit debt, you need to be worrying about preserving the integrity of the Constitution, you morons. And that's why I sit here and say that if you are not practicing your Second Amendment right, it's like sacrificing your poor, innocent children to Satan, to Lucifer himself. And that's not a joke, folks. I know that there's people out there saying, oh, my God, I can't believe he said that. But it's the truth, damn it. It's the truth. And once again, what we're talking about here is we're talking about legislation that's being put forth here in the Texas legislature about allowing college faculty and possibly even college students to legally carry concealed firearms with them. And I think it's a great idea. As a matter of fact, I think the more guns that are on the street in legal citizens' hands, the better. All right? That's just how I feel about it. That's all there is to it. Common sense will tell you that, folks. All right? I mean, all you critics, all you liberal long hairs that are out here trying to persuade the American people that it's going to be a much safer society if you just, gather around all the guns and burn them like they were, books or something, or Bibles, or whatever you, godless idiots want to do. The bottom line is, folks, is that this is our Second Amendment right. I mean, this is a right that is integral in the social contract that is the American Constitution. And I guarantee you have more guns, more concealed handguns in the hands of law-abiding American citizens. I'm not talking about those criminals, all right? Screw the criminals, all right? I mean, the criminals, they're the ones that need to either be thrown in prison or they need to be caught on the end of a stray bullet of a law-abiding citizen, with all due respect. And I'm talking about real criminals in the act of committing crime. That's what I'm talking about. And that's why here in Texas, where I'm from, we can carry a firearm, all right? We have a concealed handgun law out here. You don't know who's packing in Texas. And by God, folks, you better well believe, that I am carrying, I don't leave the house without packing a gun, all right, frankly, folks, all right? Because you don't know what in the blue hell's happening. I mean, you've got people who actually make their living off of jacking people, off of scoping people out, off of, looking at people and scoping out their place of businesses or place of dwelling, trying to get their routines and their habits down, and all this other nonsense, and lo and behold, you're in a situation where you find yourself in and you don't have any way to protect yourself. You're at the whim of this moron who actually has a gun on you when you don't have a gun on yourself. No one in the vicinity has a gun on themselves. That's why I'm saying, folks, we need more guns in American citizens' hands, and I'm talking about law-abiding citizens, and I want to hear from you. We are in the second hour, or at least 3 or 4 minutes into the second hour of True Conservative Radio. I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and I want to thank everybody who's tuning in with me live here. If you have any opinions on the subject matters being presented here, please give me a call, 646-652-4869. We're talking about concealed handguns, possibly being in college campuses in Texas, concealed handguns with the college faculty, with the potential college students, that sort of thing. I think it's a great idea. I think we need more guns in more public places. I think we need more guns in more private citizens' hands, or law-abiding citizens' hands, rather. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869. I want to hear from you. 1111, you're on the air.
Is it me?
Yeah, it's you. How you doing?
Oh, great. How are you?
Not bad. Just sitting here, can't believe that my damn country has gone into milky-looking hell. But other than that, I'm okay.
All right. This is the Gay Mentor.
Okay.
And I have a question.
All right.
You're telling us that we should stand up for our rights when we're pulled over by the cops or interrogated. And I'm just trying to figure out exactly what do you expect us to do in a situation like that?
Well, if you're a law-abiding citizen, what you need to do is stand up for your rights and say, well, first of all, if it's a traffic stop, you need to question the officer why he pulled you over or she pulled you over. And first of all, they're not going to give you a straight response because they're going to be awestruck that you're asking the question. They're going to try to assert more authority. And you should try to respond to, and I'm not trying to give legal advice. Let me give this preamble before I get into this nonsense. This is not legal advice. I'm just saying that if you don't know your constitutional rights, you're a moron. But if you're a law-abiding citizen, you don't have to sit here and cower under these people's authority. If you have done nothing wrong, you should not cower under the authority of a police officer. And if they insist, go ahead.
All right, because when I was younger, and I used to get pulled over by the cops because I was a little young. I was in the military. I had a little bit of an attitude, and I would do what you said. And I lived in a small town, and I honestly believe when you behave that way, that brings more attention to yourself. And then there are going to be other cops that are looking out for you. They were probably looking out for my little white car, trying to figure out the next time I was going to do some sort of violation. It could be like 5 miles over the speeding limit, something like that. Now that I'm older, I realize that that's probably not the attitude that you want to have towards someone that has the potential to lock you up. And as I said earlier in the forum, I did just attend a police alumni association. It's like a little school that police officers give. And they handed me a little flyer, a little, traffic fractions and stuff like that. It was just like a fraction of it. And he said that on that piece of paper, out of every single thing that was listed, there were only 2 things that you could not get arrested for. Meaning, and this is something I never knew, you could have a headlight out and you can get arrested for it. Now, that's not something that typically happens, but the law is really on their side.
I agree. I agree, and they can arrest you for anything. That's what's unfortunate. And if you are under arrest, if you happen to be in a situation where you're in handcuffs, then don't say a damn thing, and just don't say anything, and take it to a jury trial. That's all you can do.
Absolutely, but maybe you can prevent that by just being a little bit more laid back. Not being so aggressive.
I'm not trying to say to confront an officer in a negative fashion, but what you have to do is assert your, at least in a more, how can I put it, etiquette-based fashion, you have to assert your rights and let this officer know that it's not going to be quick and easy, I'm going to throw a citation of whatever I want, and everything's going to be scot-free and gravy.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to do that anyway. They know whether they're going to give you a ticket or a warrant before they even get out the car. So all you're going to do is put yourself in, dig yourself in a deeper ditch. When the citation doesn't say that you're guilty of anything, that's when you contest it in court, because it's not going to really make a big difference other than you driving off that night or you being behind bars, which is
what's unfortunate is that we need people to stand up to this type of malarkey, because if we don't, this is what sets this precedent that these officers can just go ahead and walk all over anybody, including law-abiding citizens. Now,
I agree with you, but I think it has to be in a different manner, like forming some sort of organization where people get together, where it's just not one person disputing a cop at that one moment, but an organized community or whatever you want to call it that protest against this type of behavior. It's not going to be like, handle it at that time. You want to get out of that situation. You don't want to end up with a criminal record because you talk back.
I agree, but at the same time,
there's a lot of corrupt cops. I think that they could put something on you.
I agree.
Back, you might end up charges than you thought of.
I agree, but at the same time, if we have that same mindset that we need to just kind of obey and just not say anything to authority, I think that sets a precedent where the cops we can just go ahead and treat anyone within a certain vicinity or a jurisdiction in the same fashion. Go ahead.
I think a better idea would be to teach about law in schools. I mean, you have people who go through high school and, they become 18 and they're in the real world and they don't know anything about law. I didn't know a whole lot about law until recently. You know basics, but you don't know a whole lot about that. Just like credit and all that type of stuff should be taught in school. Law should be taught. People should know what their rights are and, what you really could get in trouble for doing whatever you might think about doing. And then
I'm sorry to cut you off there, but I do agree with you there, Mentor, and I agree that we should be taught these things in school. We should be taught about the law. We should be taught about the Constitution. We should be taught about credit, debt, economics, the whole 9 yards, but we're not. And the reason we're not, and I want to thank you for your call, by the way, the reason that we're not is because we have a liberal and feminist education system that's more worried about implementing political correctness than they are worried about teaching our children about real life. I mean, that's what pisses me off about America. Nobody is uprising and saying, hey, this is not what we're supposed to teach our children here, damn it. We're sitting here teaching them that there are no losers in society. Haven't you noticed that? Have you been to an elementary school scholastic event? Huh? There are no losers anymore. They're honorable mentions now. That's right, honorable mentions. You see, folks, this is why we're in the situation we're in. We have a liberal and feminist education system that has blatantly been taken over by liberals and feminists. Anybody who's working in the public education system is living their damn communist dream, for heaven's sake. They're having everything paid for by the government. They are professional bureaucrats. And that's why I don't give any teacher any credit whatsoever. If you happen to be a public educator, piss off. All right? Piss off. All right? You have provided no substance whatsoever. You haven't even provided a decent education for our children, you piece of crap. And you want sympathy from me? You want some sort of, oh, I have to pay for my own school supplies, and oh, my God. Give me a break. Anyway, folks, I'm half-assed losing my voice here. You have to forgive me. Once again, I did tear my voice box several weeks back conducting a broadcast here because I am so passionate about these political subject matters out here, because it needs to be said, folks. I will not stop. Do you understand? I will not stop. I don't care how old I am. I don't care if I have a damn coronary here on this damn internet broadcast. I don't care what happens. I will continue to provide conservative commentary. I will continue to promote American patriotism. I will continue to promote the American Constitution, and there will be no liberal long hair, no Karl Marx worshiping piece of trash, no Gloria Steinem muff diver who's going to sit here and stop me. All right? No one is going to sit here and stop me. Do you understand that, folks? And they shouldn't stop you either. If you're an American patriot, well, by God, be an American patriot. You don't have to belong to any of these ridiculous parties to stand up and love your country, love the Constitution. You don't have to do anything of that nature. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. We're going to go ahead and take one more caller. Hello, 1111, you're on the air. Hello? No, they hung up. 1111, you're on the air.
Okay, is this me?
That's you.
Okay, this is the gay mentor again.
All right.
I didn't know if you wanted me to finish what I was going to say or whether you.
Oh, well, go right ahead and say it.
Okay, well, what I was going to say was, as far as people carrying the right to carry bear arms, why do they make it so expensive, and I'm not saying it's outrageously expensive, but you have to pay for the training, then you have to pay for the license, and then, of course, you have to pay for the gun and all that type of stuff. Why do they make it that way when I think educating people who are going to carry a gun, because I can buy a gun and then just keep it on me. It might not be legal. I can keep it in my house if I travel with it. You know, maybe I might not have a concealed weapons permit. But people who do go that route and try to do everything legally, it's more costly, but you want to have that type of knowledge. You want to have people who might actually carry guns to have that type of information. So how come, like, the NRA or gun advocates or whatever, they don't work towards finding some way to offer these courses for free?
Well,
or, you know,
I'll give you the straight answer to that. This is another form of taxation on the American citizen, and it's unfortunate, but I believe it's the state tax. And I mean, unfortunately, I'm not trying to be a pro-taxes individual, but the state only has, and just like the local jurisdictions, cities and counties and that sort of thing, they only have a limited amount of areas to generate tax revenues so that they could suffice administrative costs and actually run the damn city, or the damn state for that matter. So that's why you have to pay for all these ridiculous classes and all these permits. It's just another form of taxation. And that's why we got into the subject matter of police officers and their abuse of authority and how they're so quick to go out and write you a ticket and write you a citation, because they're not out there to serve and protect. They're out there to tax collect. And that's what the emphasis I'm trying to get through on the program here, so that American citizens in their community can approach their chief of police, they can approach their city council, or however your local government jurisdiction is run, and approach them and say, hey, we don't want abusive Gestapo-like policemen stopping me in the middle of the street, even though I'm a law-abiding citizen, even though I haven't broken any laws, anything of that nature. So I think
I understand that, and I don't understand these people. I don't know if they're not thinking properly or whatever. I stated earlier in my life, I used to be a little bit more aggressive with the police, and it really didn't get me anywhere except another ticket. And I'm not saying people should stand up for their rights, but I'm actually going and doing stuff that's going to make me a more productive citizen. I'm not going to go and submit to any cops. I want to know my rights too, but I'm saying what you guys are talking about as far as talking back or whatever, it's not going to get you anywhere.
Well, I'm not saying that
people are saying, I want to submit to the cops. I'm not trying to submit to any cops. I'm just trying to get out of the situation, and if they violate my rights, then I can complain, and then there can be a lawsuit and an investigation. But by me acting up, everything is being videotaped. Everything is being recorded. So what looks better in court? Someone like me who is complying, and then a police officer that's aggressive and abusive, or me being someone aggressive as well? That's not going to win me a lawsuit. That's not going to win me anything in court. That's not going to make me look good. They're going to say, you know what, she was aggressive. Hey, I was fearing for my life, or this person deserves it. Look at her attitude.
Well,
there is a way. Like those juvenile ideas, like somehow they're going to start a revolution in a system that's already designed to favor law enforcement. If you want to do something, be educated. Form a group. Find some, advocate to change laws.
That's what I've been trying to say for the longest
time.
I'm not trying to suggest that people should be confrontational with law enforcement. There is a tactful way in getting your point across to the officers that you're not going to be some pushover who's going to allow them to damn near anal probe you because they have a hunch that supposedly you're suspicious or you're a suspect or anything. Let me just make a comment to this so-and circle who thinks I'm an idiot. You can have your own cameras being recorded. You don't have to rely on the cops. I mean, people who just think in a freaking box. That's what gets to me. Why are you over here thinking that you're going to do something big when all you're doing is typing in the chat room, talking about law enforcement this, law enforcement that. If you're in a situation, if you don't comply, your ass is in jail, and that's it. That's it. And that is unfortunate, and that is a reality of things in modern-day America. And this is what I was getting to in the beginning of the program, is that these officers could literally take you to jail.
This idiot
for
doesn't
no
even
reason.
know that I'm in Texas, this dumbass. So in circle. I live in Texas. I just went to my local city police department. I just got out of a meeting at 9 o'clock. I did role-playing with the cop things. We go to the daggone shooting range. What are you talking about? I live in Texas, you idiot.
Well, you really shouldn't take what people say in the chat room.
I know it, but listen, that just proves the point. This person probably comes in the chat room one time, think they know me. They said, I'm all, listen, I was in the military too. I know a little bit about authority. I know not to abuse authority. But you got to be realistic. I'm trying to help you out. I know a little bit more about the law, obviously, than some of these people. And I'm trying to say, if you're in this situation, don't think you're going to start a revolution. Don't act like you're going to be like some sort of
of course not, and that's not what I'm suggesting. But that's not what I'm suggesting either. But there is a way to get your point across in a gentle manner, in a non-threatening manner, than to sit here and just bow down and cower to a supposed authority which has no right to sit here and intrude on your personal privacy. I mean, if the officer is going to conduct a traffic stop, you obviously have to give them your ID. You have to give them proof of insurance, depending on your state, and registration and any other pertinent information. And then after that, you have to you have rights also. You have the right to ask them why you pulled them over, why you're pulled over, and dispute that. And if he doesn't agree with you, well, then unfortunately you're going to have to accept the ticket. And if they're just fight it out in court. But I'm talking about it. But I'm talking about a cop that extends his authority of giving a traffic ticket by saying, "Can you step out of the car and search your car?" Asking you questions about where you're going, that sort of thing. I mean, it's starting to look a lot like Nazi Germany in America. And or if not Nazi Germany, at least Stalinist Russia in America, and I don't like it. And I don't like the fact that these beat cops, with all due respect to law enforcement, these beat cops are, I think all they got to do is graduate from high school, and that qualifies them to go in and actually conduct themselves in law enforcement. And I think that these people who are no more intelligent than I. As a matter of fact, I'm willing to bet money that I'm pretty much more intelligent than most of the beat cops out here, that these people are going to have the authority to either billy club me over the head or tase me or, put a damn citation on me for one of the 1,000 different reasons to do so, without me saying something about it and saying, wait a minute, I know my rights here, and, I'm not going to sit here and allow some abuse of authority to go, just uncontested, so to speak. I mean, and that's all I'm simply saying. I'm not saying, tell a cop to piss off. I mean, you do that, you're going to jail. But, if you're going to get stopped and the cop's going to sit here and literally dehumanize a law-abiding citizen. Now, if you're one of these folks that have already, you committed a felony, you're on probation, you're on parole, you've had priors, well, unfortunately, in Texas, that's probable cause to search your car. That's probable cause to search your person. But if you're a law-abiding citizen and you have never broken a law in your life, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, there is no reason for law enforcement to sit here and treat these people like third-rate trash. I just don't see it, and that's why I'm a little upset with law enforcement at this point.
Well, maybe, and this will be my last comment, maybe we should find a way to make so many things, make less things illegal. Because once that happens, you lose your reputation, and then, like you said, I mean, all that stuff is, confiscated. There was someone who had, had some drugs on them or whatever, laptop and everything. They used all that stuff. The projector that they were using, they were working from a laptop that someone had in their car that they pulled over. So, maybe we need to work on, changing some laws, and then maybe they wouldn't have so many reasons to incriminate people. And that's all I have to say.
No, I appreciate your call there, Mentor, and I appreciate the discourse. But I have to disagree with you on some subject matters. Now, I do agree that we do need less things illegal, and we have gone into great detail and debate about that subject matter on this program. I agree that there should be some legitimate way of legalizing all drugs. And I don't want to get into the whole construct of everything. I'm sure everybody who's listening to my program already knows the template of how such a scenario would unfold. Because, folks, this is why we have Mexico. And if you happen to live in Texas, folks, you are on the front lines of the potential next war on American soil. It's going to be right here in Texas because we have Mexico about to be a failed state, folks. That's right. It's barely holding itself up with its makeshift military and its law enforcement. And I don't know if you've read the latest news coming out of Mexico, but the law enforcement out of these little pissant towns in Mexico are running away with their tail between their legs because they can't fight off these warlords. They can't fight off the damn cartels. They can't fight off these mules. They can't fight them off. And why can't they fight them off? Because America consumes 80% of the world's narcotics. And we have one of the biggest law enforcement consortiums in the world trying to combat narcotics. So what does that do, folks? When it is so illegal to consume these narcotics, what does it do? Well, it drives the price of those particular products on the black market through the roof. And it provides a financial incentive for those to participate in such a deviant act, like drug dealing, like participating in drug using, that sort of thing, folks. So I agree. But then again, I also agree that we need more guns in the hands of folks. Law-abiding citizen, folks. I'm not talking about criminals, all right? If you're a damn criminal, well, by God, I'm sorry, you have already had your chance, all right? I mean, you were out here, you committed a crime, whatever crime that may be. You are not someone who should be at the same playing field as a law-abiding citizen who never conducted themselves in a way that had themselves, incarcerated for any length of time. And I think that goes without saying, folks. Anyway, 646-652-4869. We're going to go ahead and go into the next subject matter. We're going to talk about Obama's trip to Europe. Now, there's not much coming out of this trip to Europe out of the news wire here. But what exactly is Obama going to do out there in old Europe, I mean, why is he making this trip? We have economic turbulence here in America, all right? I mean, what is he, leaving the ship to Tim Geithner, the money elf? I mean, don't you understand the seriousness of the situation at hand here, Obama? I mean, give me a break, all right? Anyway, 646-652-4869. We got a caller here. 1111. You're on the air. What do you got to say? Hello. Of course, you hung up. Okay. 646-652-4869. Now, look, folks. The reason that I am so critical about Obama and this European trip is because, folks, we need to start worrying about what's happening here on the homeland in America. All right? We need to start worrying about how this economy is actually going to rebound and not degrading the integrity of the American dollar. That's what we need to worry about. We need to worry about this open raid, this blatant and apparent open raid on the American tax-paying system. That's what we need to talk about. But no, we've got Obama trying to deviate the attention of the mainstream boob tube media into covering his little elegant trip to old Europe. That's right. Oh, let's go to old Europe. Oh, Obama, how you doing, Mr. President? How would you like a cup of tea? Here you go. Oh, yes, a little Churchill cigar while you're at it. Huh? Oh, yes, have a little fish and chips. Yeah, have a fish and chips. Yeah. Are you kidding me? There are serious problems here in America, damn it! You need to solve those problems. Don't leave the ship to Tim Geithner, the money elf. I mean, do you see the scowl on this despicable tax cheat? Huh? Do you see that deviant look on his face? He's enjoying the pain of America. He's enjoying the raid on the American tax-paying system. He's enjoying this crap, damn it. And I think Tim Geithner should step down, for Christ's sake. I think Obama needs to come back to America and settle down. He needs to settle down with all the damn publicity stunts and all the photo ops and all the big speeches. He needs to go out there and understand that the American people are out here, and we need to go back to American patriotism. We need to go back to the Constitution. We don't need to transition into this quasi-socialist, communist, ridiculous notion of what we've come to know of as modern-day America. We don't need this crap, damn it. And where are the American people? They're salivating. They're on their knees in their shitty underwear. They're sitting there with their McNuggets and their McBurgers, and they're shoveling food down their gullet, and they're saying, yes, bring me more socialism, bring me more authoritarianism. Oh, yes, go ahead and rip the Constitution. That's what these idiots are saying, for Christ's sake, and I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yes. 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 You piece of crap! I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry if I'm getting off the deep end over here. I'm sorry if my voice is crackling. I'm about to lose my damn voice. But the bottom line is, folks, is that I care about this country. I care about America. And I can't stand to see my country being flushed down the proverbial Karl Marx shit bowl. And excuse my French, but given the fact that we're talking about Obama visiting old Europe, I think that French is very comparable to this particular subject matter. And I see people in the chat room saying, Ghost, calm down. But I can't calm down. And you want to know why I can't calm down? Because my damn country is being flushed down the damn proverbial toilet, and nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care, damn it. Do you? Do you care at all, folks? Do you care about preserving the American way, preserving the Constitution? Do you even give two rats' asses? It's ridiculous. 646-652-4869. Give me a call if you happen to disagree with me. I mean, give me a call if you happen to be one of these liberal long hairs, these bedwetters that are out here saying, oh, my God, Barack Obama's having a great time. He's so good. He looks so presidential. Yeah, he's got nice teeth, and I think he's doing a great job. Yay. If you happen to be one of these ass clowns, by God, give me a damn call, 646-652-4869, so I can make you look lower than a leprechaun's nutsack. Give me a damn call. Anyway, folks, we're going to go ahead and take another call here. 1111, you're on the air. 1111, why are you sitting there calling up and then hanging up? What are you afraid of? I mean, this is what I understand. This is how you know that we're living in the modern-day American age. All right? And folks, I hate to keep repeating things, but by God, this bears repeating. The reason that you're having people call up and not saying a damn thing, the reason that you're having people call up and, making these little fruity-ass prank calls. You got people eating on the phone and, playing with their Peter Poppers or whatever they're doing on the telephone, and they're not saying anything. They're not saying anything of any substance. Is because, folks, have you talked to anyone under the age of 30, for heaven's sake, in America? I mean, and I know that the folks who listen to this program consistently are going to say, here he goes. You're damn right. Have you talked to anybody under the age of 30 recently? I mean, notice the blatant feminine physical attributes and the feminine vernacular. It is no coincidence that we have people calling up onto the True Conservative radio program that are obviously, more favorable to the liberal side of the political persuasion, who call up in here and try to deviate the minds of the listeners into some other subject matter, into some other direction, because they don't have the personality to sit here and assert their own perspective, folks. Everybody under the age of 30 that claims to be so intellectual, that claims to be so deep, that claims to be so philosophical, these people are just regurgitating what somebody else told them. That's all they're doing. These people don't actually conduct their own research. These idiots don't actually read any longer. These idiots are just regurgitating talking points that some other stupid liberal long hair or feminist bulldyke told them. And that's all there is to it, folks. That is all there is to it. That's why I give no respect to liberalism and feminism, folks. Everybody always asks me, in emails, Ghost, what's the solution? What's the solution? Well, by God, don't palate liberal crap. Don't palate feminist crap. Don't palate it. Don't accept it, is what I'm saying, folks. All right? Don't palate this garbage. I mean, if you see some liberal in a crowd or something, or if you happen to find out somebody's liberal, I mean, just give them a dirty look and walk the hell away, all right? I mean, if you want to, spit on them, for heaven's sake. Do not palate liberal and feminist crap. I mean, we have to be serious about this, folks. I'm not joking, all right? I'm not joking whatsoever. Because haven't you noticed, if you happen to be a conservative, if you're in a circle of liberals, you got the liberals all of a sudden ganging up on you and trying to question your conservatism, trying to question your political persuasion. They try to sit here and play these, agitation mind games that are basically a stamp of Karl Marx worshiping crap. I'm telling you, for all you real conservatives, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Huh? Anytime you're around a circle of liberals, they sit here and treat you like you just farted on their best suit or some crap. Huh? That's right. Instead of sitting there just saying, oh, okay, you're a conservative, well, that's good. It's a, sunny day outside. No, they don't do that. They try to berate you. They try to be sarcastic to you. They try to subtly insult you right in front of your damn face. That's what these despicable, godless liberals and feminists, that's what the hell they do, for Christ's sake. And it makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach. That's why I'm telling you, folks, don't palate liberal crap. Don't palate feminist crap. Don't palate this garbage. We can't take it anymore. We can't take it, damn it. We can't take this crap anymore, damn it. I love this country. I love America. I love the Constitution. What about you? What about you? I'm asking you a question, you piece of crap. What about you? Do you love this country? Do you love this country, for Christ's sake? Do you care that this country is being sucked into the 7th level of hell? We're in a liberal hellhole right now, folks. A liberal and feminist hellhole, and it smells like a damn dirty, diarrhea-ridden urinal in a damn three-tooth redneck trailer park carnival somewhere. Now, let me tell you, my heart is beating like a damn rabbit. But you know what, folks? If I sit here and I drop dead, if I sit here and have a damn coronary, if I sit here and die this evening, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I sit here and die here this evening, folks. I don't care if I have a damn coronary on one of these damn broadcasts that I conduct. As a matter of fact, I hope it happens, because maybe this will help some of you morons that are out there tickling your nads thinking that everything's gravy out here. Maybe this will spark some synapses in your little simplistic brains out there. And I'm talking about you liberal long hairs. I'm talking about you feminist bulldykes. I'm talking about you stupid mindless idiots that don't know what you are. I'm talking about you morons that don't even know what kind of political perspective you could possibly put yourself in or categorize yourself in. I better calm down, folks. I better calm down, folks. 646-652-4869. We're going to take a couple more callers here. Hello, 1111, you're on the air. Hello? No, that ass clown hung up. Hello, 1111, you're on the air. Are you kidding me? No, stay on the line there, sir. Don't hang up. Stay on the line. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing? Who are you? Are you there with a group of guys or something? What is it? The Tuesday night circle jerk, and you decide to call up True Conservative Radio to try to get your rocks off or something? How come there's no female over there? Huh? Yeah. I'm just asking you a simple question.
What are you asking?
I'm asking you, why in the blue hell are you doing this crap? Why don't you, if you're going to sit here and prank call the True Conservative Radio program, don't you think that you would provide a decent prank call to make somebody else beside your fat jelly-ass self laugh? I'm just saying. I hear about 4 or 5 different guys back there. I hear about 4 or 5 different guys back there. What the hell's the deal there, huh?
Well, a circle jerk.
It sure as hell sounds like it, for heaven's sake. Is that what... hang these stupid dumb Dungeons and Dragon... Hang these Dungeons and Dragon, freckle-faced, four-eyed, beaten stepchildren off. Hang them up and get them off! But you see, folks, this is it right here. This is the new America. You can tell by the feminine vernacular in that young man's voice that just called up. You can tell that they're under the age of 25. You can tell by the lack of bass in that young man's voice that there was no fatherly influence in his upbringing whatsoever. No fatherly influence. Probably raised by his mammy. And that's why you have these, these feminine features. I'm sure if you saw this young man, he would have the feminine physical attributes, very prominent, have a limp wrist, that sort of thing. It's disgusting. And this is the kind of garbage that you're going to get from these liberals, folks. You're not going to get any kind of substance whatsoever. And that's what's unfortunate. That's why a true American patriot like myself, a true conservative, anytime that a true conservative like myself provides conservative commentary, provides substance on the debating table, there's nothing that these damn liberals can do about it, say about it, talk about it. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869. We're going to try to take a couple more callers. Hopefully these aren't a bunch of poop shoot loving, anal probing, nipple clamp loving, butt plug up the ass looking pieces of chicken eating corn boy crap, and maybe they'll provide some damn substance on the debating table out here. But who in the blue hell knows? Anyway, 1111, you're on the air. Oh, that's great. Anyway, we're going to go to a next caller here. We got another 1111. You're on the air. Is this the same idiot that's having a damn circle jerk at his house? Are you kidding me? Get this stupid, dumb moron off the microphone. Get him off. But you see, folks, this is it, folks. This is America, huh? You know, the best they can come up with is calling me up and going, hee-haw, hee-haw. That's the best they can come up with, folks. No originality. And then we wonder why the last thing that we export, which is entertainment, all right, then we wonder why entertainment is being shipped off to these tea-drinking limeys over here. Or we're having, you know, kangaroo bangers like Russell Crowe and Hugh Jackman taking jobs from American entertainers out here. It's no wonder. There's a lack of originality out here. I mean, you would think that this ass clown would call up and provide, you know, some sort of funny, you know, little prank call so that he can, you know, take the little recording and, you know, play it in his little loudspeaker at his high school tomorrow, and maybe that'll give him some brownie points to get himself laid at the prom later on this month. But no, instead he decides to call up on here and sound like a jackass and decides to do some ridiculous garbage like that, and it's just ridiculous, folks. And, you know, but I don't expect anything more, all right? I don't expect anything more from these damn liberal long hairs or these damn feminist bulldogs. I don't expect anything more out of them, folks, because this is what they're good for. This is all they're good for heaven's sake. Anyway, folks, we got 15 minutes left in the program. I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Once again, I want you to please add to your favorites or bookmark the True Conservative Radio Show homepage at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And please, folks, please spread the word like wildfire. You know, spread that link out to everybody you know. Email it to everybody, even to movie stars, political figures, congressmen. I don't care who it is. Spread it out there like wildfire, folks, because we need, all right? We need people that actually believe in America. We need people that actually believe in the American Constitution. We don't need a bunch of ass clowns who are sticking a damn Kentucky Fried Chicken grease thumb up their ass, thinking that it's a great day in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood out here in America. We can't do that. We can't accept that. We can't palate that. We can't do this crap anymore, damn it. And that's why I'm saying to you folks, please, if you're not going to go out there and participate in your government, if you're not going to organize people, by God, go out there and spread the word about True Conservative Radio, folks. Let everybody know about it. Let your coworkers, your mom, your dad, your uncles, your friends, everybody, folks, because it's that damn important, damn it. Because it's that damn important. So anyway, folks, please, I need your help. If you really, truly support this radio program, you know, please forward this program to everybody you know. Because, folks, subject matters that are talked of on this program aren't talked about anywhere else. Folks, I have politically prognosticated many of the things that have come to pass. And if you happen to have been an avid listener, folks, you would have known about it. I mean, and frankly, most of the avid listeners of this program, they begin to know about certain subject matters before they actually hit the mainstream media. And I'm not tooting my own horn here, folks. I am giving you legitimate fact. I'm giving you legitimate fact. And, of course, excuse my voice, folks. My voice box is torn once again, folks. I'm dealing with a torn voice box. I don't know how the hell you can do that, but according to this stupid white-coated doctor, you know, you can somehow, you know, tear your damn voice box. So that's what I'm suffering from, folks, and that's why my voice is going a little off-keister here. Anyway, also, I'm on Twitter, folks. That's right, yours truly is on Twitter. So please, if you happen to have a little Twitter account, that's probably the best mechanism on keeping up to date with the program. So add me or follow me on the little Twitter. I'm still trying to figure out all that thingamabob, all this ridiculous nonsense that they got. But add me on Twitter, twitter.com/ghostpolitics. That's all one word, no underscores, none of that malarkey. So Twitter me up, follow me on Twitter, and all this nonsense. And, you know, I got somebody here, you know, the 450 man saying that MySpace is better. Obviously, he's new to the program, because had he been an avid listener, he would have known that Ghost is banned from MySpace for life. That's right, folks. And of course, the listeners of this program know this. I'm banned from it for life. I had a MySpace account earlier on at the beginning of this program 2 years ago, and because all these damn women's groups and all these liberal and feminist groups decided to write MySpace and saying that my little political persuasion was vulgar and it was, somehow reprehensible and all this ridiculous nonsense, my account was erased, all right? My account was completely erased, and they said that the reason it was erased was because it was based on, complaints that I was getting because I, put clips of my program on that particular situation, all right? I, wrote blogs on that MySpace, and I told them, hey, this is my political persuasion. I am an unapologetic anti-feminist. I am an unapologetic anti-liberal, and I don't care. I don't care who likes it. So, folks, one day I woke up, and MySpace took me off. They just eliminated me. They erased me. How authoritarian of them, huh? But, folks, it doesn't make one bit of difference to me, folks. I'm not going to sit here and be a slave to some stupid social networking site that's just being used to pimp out consistent advertising to these mindless minions who don't want to actually face-to-face meet anybody. You got these social networking sites as a substitute for actually meeting people in everyday life, for heaven's sake. And then we wonder why in the blue hell relationships aren't working out anymore. By God, if you're going to meet somebody over the internet and then meet them for the first time in person and then do the horizontal mambo because they look good in a leather jacket or they look good in a hot dress or something, how is that the basis of a stable and healthy relationship? It's not, folks, and that's why, the only reason that I conduct myself in any of these social networking sites, the only reason that I have a blog and any of this other nonsense is because obviously it's an effective tool at conveying a message, at conveying commentary, and that's what I'm trying to do with this program, all right? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to convey conservative, true conservative commentary, all right? Anyway, folks, like I said, please, if you support the show, please follow the show. Tell everybody you know about True Conservative Radio. All right, folks? Because everyone knows that Blog Talk Radio Network could give two rat's asses about the True Conservative Radio show. Never have I been featured. Never has yours truly ever been, talked about in any manner or been written about in the little Blog Talk Radio, little newsletters of the blogs or any of that other nonsense. They hate me, frankly, folks. All right? The upper echelon of BTR, they crap on me. They think I'm a piece of garbage, frankly, all right? They're too busy, praising, stupid bimbos like Media Lizzie and, all these other nimrods who are out here trying to make, internet stardom, trying to equate themselves as the modern-day internet Rush Limbaugh or some kind of crap. And it's just ridiculous. So, I need you, folks, all right? I need you to spread the word about True Conservative Radio, all right? Let everybody know. Spread it like wildfire, folks, because that's the only way that we're going to have true conservative commentary and real commentary, all right? Real commentary out here in America, all right? That's the only way we're going to have real commentary out here in America. So please, I need your help, folks. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in live with me, folks. We had a lot of people come in and out of the chat room here. I want to thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart for, listening in live here to the program. I also want to thank everybody who listens to me on the archive. That's actually the crux of my listening base. More people listen to me on the archive than anything else. I want to thank those folks who download me in their little iPods and listen to me at work or while they're on the go, whatever the case might be. I want to thank those people too, folks. And frankly, you are the only reason why I come up on here and continue to conduct broadcasts. Because it's not because of these damn liberal long hairs. It's not because of these feminist bulldykes. It's because of you folks. It's because of you folks that actually care about the country, that actually care about the Constitution, that actually care about the progress of our great nation. And I want to thank you sincerely, folks, because you deserve a pat on the back. You are my inspiration. You're the reason why I continue to come up here, and I want to thank you for listening in, folks, sincerely. Anyway, we went through a whole bunch of things this evening, folks. It was a great show. We got about a little under 6 minutes left in the program. We talk about police brutality and how we don't need to pallet that crap anymore. We should hold police accountable. People need to understand their rights, understand the Constitution, their rights under the law. We talked a little bit about concealed handguns on college campuses. We talked about concealed handgun laws and Second Amendment rights. We got a little bit into Obama's European trip, but then got sidetracked by a bunch of liberal longhairs calling up my damn show being a bunch of fruity-ass milky lickers. And I really didn't appreciate it. And now, we're here in the last remaining minutes of the program, and, what in the blue hell? We'll go ahead and take a couple of more callers here. It's probably these same idiots, having a damn circle jerk with each other. 1111, you're on the air. And that's the best you got? Do you have a girlfriend? Answer the question. Do you have a girlfriend? Stop sounding like Corky. Get this idiot off the damn phone, please. Get him off! Anyway, we're going to take one more caller here. Another 111 area code. What the hell?
If it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck, it's a duck.
What the hell does that mean?
That means you suck.
I mean, what is this, laugh at your own joke night, for Christ's sake? I mean, you suck the chrome off of a 57 Chevy bumper, for heaven's sake.
Do what?
You heard me, you stupid Nimrod.
Go.
I mean, are you a... Let me ask you a question.
Go.
What?
I have a lot of respect for you, man. That's the only reason why I do all this.
Yeah, right. You can have respect for these nuts. How about that? You stupid piece of crap. You see, this is what you get here, folks. This is what you get here from these damn liberal longhairs. This is what you get. And it makes me sick to my stomach. Anyway, folks, we got 4 minutes left in the program, and in these last minutes, I want to leave you with my final word, okay? Now, folks, we live at a pivotal point in American history in this day and age. Right now, it is up to us as American patriots, as people who appreciate and love the Constitution, who will do anything to serve and protect that document. It is a pivotal time for us to finally start understanding what it is to be a real American citizen. That means we have to conduct ourselves politically. We have to conduct ourselves out here as citizens, folks. We have to be responsible for this damn government who is trying to implement some sort of quasi-communism, some sort of quasi-socialism upon the American populace. We can't sit here and pallet this crap, folks. Don't pallet liberal crap. Don't pallet feminist crap. Repeat after me, folks. Repeat it after me. Don't pallet liberal crap. Don't pallet feminist crap. Don't pallet liberal crap. Don't pallet feminist crap. Yeah! Don't pallet this crap. We can't do it. The damn country depends on it, damn it. We can't do it. I'm a conservative, damn it. I'm a conservative. And I'm not going to go quietly in that good night. I am not going to sit here and allow this to continue to happen, folks. And that's why I'm going to continue to conduct this broadcast. I'm going to continue to do this on a more habitual basis. But I need help from you folks. Spread the word about True Conservative Radio. Spread the word about this program, the ideology, the American patriotism, the Constitution. I need your help, folks. blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And before I go, folks, please, if you really appreciate the programming, if you really appreciate this radio program, well, by God, patronize the sponsors that have the cojones to sit here and sponsor True Conservative Radio amidst all the controversy, amidst all the turbulence, amidst it all. These are companies that actually care about American patriotism, that actually are endorsing it, that are sponsoring it. So, folks, please, if you really care about the program, if you want to continue to see this on a consistent basis, and I'm talking about every day, not just sporadic programming, I'm talking about every day, please patronize the sponsors, whether they sponsor True Conservative Radio or yours truly. Because, folks, that's why you can have this great content for free. That's why we can call in for free. We can have these discussions. So, folks, please patronize those sponsors because that's what keeps True Conservative Radio alive. Anyway, folks, I don't know if I'm going to conduct another broadcast tomorrow. I may do one Thursday. Keep up to date with me. Add me to your Twitter, twitter.com/ghostpolitics. That's all one word, Ghost Politics. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in with me. blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Spread the word like wildfire. Until then, long live the conservative movement and death to feminism.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.